Great day, Royals. I am EmpressLazuli. You are your empire, and welcome to Tarot Tuesday. We are going to look at the energy for this week and how we can best navigate this energy so that we can stay aligned or continue to get aligned with our highest destiny and path. So, how I'm seeing this energy right now that we're currently all feeling as a collective is very much changing. It's very much pivoting. Pivoting was the main word that came out when I was looking at this energy for this week. We really need to understand how to pivot. Things may feel like it's all coming to a head right now, like there's a lot going on, there's a lot of chaos, there's old wounds that are coming up to the surface, like there are things that are having to be revisited that may not feel the best right now, that may create anxiety, that may feel stressful, that may make you feel a bit more on edge, a bit more upset and more angry. It might make you a bit more snappy when it comes to communication with other people or with yourself. But the main thing you need to understand right now is that it's supposed to feel a bit rocky right now. Things are not this week supposed to feel like daffodils and butterflies and rainbows. It's supposed to feel like there is some sense of lack when it comes to something, and specifically an energy in your life that you know is not as present as you would like it to be, whether that's love, joy, peace, happiness. There's an emotion that is lacking in your environment, in your life at this time. And so instead of you focusing on that lack, you need to focus on how you can cut your losses and make changes so that you don't feel the lack so much. There's such thing as distracting yourself, right? So even though you're in the midst of a situation where things are changing or things don't look the best right now, how can you use your time and energy to benefit you the most right now? What would benefit you the most right now in doing certain activities? Or what can you concentrate on? What tasks, what activities, what goals? Okay, that is what the universe, that's what God wants us to do right now. Focus on the things that you can control. Focus on doing the work that you can do to move away from those things that got you in this predicament in the first place of feeling like there's a lack. Those habits, that you have been doing over and over again that got you to this place where you are right now, not feeling the best about life. How can you start cutting those habits out or replacing those habits with better ones to start seeing more changes and movement? And this is coming from an experience that caused you to lose belief in yourself, right? So in the past, there could have been situations where you were super happy, where you had so much energy for life, where you were going after tasks, you were gun-ho, you were doing everything from what you could see, you were doing everything right, you were doing whatever you're supposed to do, things were getting checked off your list, you were having great momentum in the past. And it looks like there was a situation or circumstance that really brought a lot of hurt and pain to you and caused you to kind of stop in your tracks. It kind of stopped your progress. There was some situation that happened that emotionally affected you and caused your communication to close up with yourself and with other people. Something you didn't really want to talk about, but that really did hurt on the inside. Okay, and this is what has caused you to start moving different, to start taking on different habits in order to kind of cope, like coping mechanisms. And now today you're like, wow, me making that pivot in my life based on that hurtful situation, I'm looking around now and it's really affected me. It's affected me more than I thought. Yeah. And now I want to get back to feeling victorious about life. Now I want to get back to feeling that I'm able to do anything, and that when I look around, I'm seeing a reflection of how I feel about myself. of how I know I should be in life, of what my dreams are. I'm looking around and I'm seeing those things come to fruition, right? That's the mode that you want to get into, and not stay in this space of me feeling hurt, so then my reality is resembling the hurt and lack that I'm feeling inside. Now it's like, I want to start feeling powerful again, and I want to start going after things again. And this energy is shifting, but like I said, it's pivoting. It's pivot season. So in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of you feeling lack, as I said earlier, it's a choice. Why now you need to focus more than ever on those things that are going to help you replace the habits that you know are no longer serving you, that are going to help you to get distracted or not focus on the things that you don't want to experience, right? So focus on the things that you want to experience. Focus on the energy that you want to experience at this time, and definitely lean on spirit. This is a spiritual warfare right now. So it's like, focus on your relationship with God. Focus on your relationship with the universe and spirit. Really focus on having faith and speaking and being completely honest about how you're feeling right now. That will really help you to redirect your focus at this time, so that you can start seeing a different reality for yourself, and you're not so honed in on this is wrong, this is not working, this is not working. It will help you to shift your focus, and it will help you to start seeing a different reality. It's kind of like that thing where, you decide that you want a car, you want a Cadillac Escalade, and as soon as you make that decision to say, oh, I want to get a Cadillac Escalade as my next car, every time you go outside or go riding down the street, now you see Cadillac Escalades everywhere, right? Because you've chosen to redirect your focus. So this is the same thing. Redirecting your focus to the habits that you do want to have, to the emotions that you do want to feel, to the people that are fulfilling in your life or that you want in your life to help it to be feeling more fulfilled. All of those things, focus on those positive, more high vibrational aspects, and you'll start seeing them more in your reality. And you'll also be able to come up with solutions to any challenges that you're facing right now, and changes, okay? So moving forward, definitely overcoming any of that internal anxiety, any of the internal thoughts, any of the internal communication that you have with yourself on a subconscious level. You just may not speak truth to yourself. You may say things to continually keep you down intentionally, because imposter syndrome, you're afraid of if you're successful. Some people have a fear of success, but they don't know that it's a fear of success. They try to label it as something else, when it's really that you're afraid of winning, you're afraid of being the best, you're afraid of reaching that milestone, you're afraid of accomplishing those goals, right? And so coming face to face with the fact that I keep myself from accomplishing these things because of my mental talk, because of how I talk to myself on the inside, how I say I won't be able to reach this, or at the last minute I sabotage myself, or I say I'm going to eat right and then I don't follow. It's like you're realizing moving forward that the power for you to accomplish anything comes in your own tongue, right? You have to keep the agreements that you make with yourself. You have to be able to pivot this season into making a decision and sticking to that decision, because you want to respect yourself more, because you trust yourself. It's building trust, pivoting and trusting, being able to trust the pivot and saying, wow, I really do talk to myself in a way that is not honoring or respectful or trustworthy. I say I'm going to do something. I say I'm going to wake up early the next day to go exercise, and then I don't exercise. And I create excuses for myself. I don't want to do that anymore, because that breaks trust with myself, right? And if I don't have trust with myself, if I don't have honesty with myself, if I don't have truth with myself, how can I have it with anyone else, right? So making those changes with yourself, that will, as a result, impact the changes that you see with other people and your communication with them. So moving forward, the obstacle or opportunity here, yeah, it's like what some people see the glass half full, some people see the glass half empty. And so you need to really be in a position where you see the glass in a position where, okay, I'm actually almost toward my goal. The water's almost running out of this glass. I'm almost to my goal, but I just have to keep pushing to fill that last bit up, that last half. I can fill that up. I can fill myself up. I can achieve this, right? Being in that sense of, I've done so much work, and instead of saying I've done so much work but I don't have anything to show for it, or I've done so much work and I have nothing to show for it, or barely anything to show for it, it's like, instead, look at it and say, wow, I've done so much, and look, I don't have that much more to go. I've learned so much from what has gone on, from my emotions. I've learned so much from other people. I've learned so much from this current predicament and this current environment that I'm in, that I can use what I've learned and take those lessons so that it takes less time for me to get to where I want to be, right? 11:11. So really taking that approach of understanding you have the power of emotional intelligence and maturity. And a lot of the experiences that you've been through have been to intentionally build your emotional responses to things and your emotional maturity. So now you have to act on that. Now you have to actually utilize that emotional maturity and build that trust with yourself so that you can move forward understanding everything I went through was not for nothing. Everything I went through was to help me to become this type of person based on the lessons that I learned, so that now it takes me less time to get to my goals, right? And so how you'd like to move forward is, of course, living a more happy and positive life, accomplishing your goals, being able to be confident and live life out loud instead of feeling like there's a lack of something in your life, a lack of happiness, a lack of peace. You want to feel that peace. You want to feel that love. You want to feel a passion for life again. Right? And so that's how you would like to move forward. If you want to move forward and have that feeling, you need to take toll of the lessons that you have learned and use the lessons so that you can get to that place of feeling happy and feeling positive and feeling passionate about life and in love with life sooner, right? You have to utilize what you have learned. Yeah. And also be committed. Do what you say you're going to do. Be a person of your word. Be someone that is committed to your journey and committed to do what you say you're going to do. That builds trust with yourself, and then you see other people can trust you. Other people can trust your leadership. Other people see the changes that you've made in your life, and it makes them want to change. Okay? People see that you can do it. You see that you can do it, and then you want to help other people do it. Other people see you do it, and they're like, wow, I can do it too, because this person is doing it or has done it already. They achieved their goal, right? So that happy, positive, peaceful life that you want to live is more than achievable. You just need to utilize the lessons that you've learned in your life so far and start adapting your habits based on those lessons that you've learned so that you can reach that quicker, reach that state of bliss in life quicker. So for the outcome here, we have the 5 of Staves, and it's never going to be a clear-cut road. This is the thing. When we start working on ourselves, this is when even more challenges start to pop up at times. Even more things will come up to try to test us because we decided I'm going to move forward towards success. So now life says, all right, so now we're going to put these tests to make sure that you're not pump faking. We want to make sure you're serious about this. So now we're going to have certain things that come up that will require your energy or require you to say no or require you to tell someone that you're not going in that direction and that you're going in, have your mind made up. Yes. The outcome is you going on the journey that is most beneficial for you. You pivoting in this pivot season during this week, being able to pivot to a position where you are super optimistic about life, almost in a delusional sense, because you are choosing to focus on what you want to experience with this card here. Yes, you can have people around you that are there for you, that help you, that are there to support you, but in general, you have that passion and you know what actions you need to take and you know what direction you need to be moving in order to start that journey and see more, reach newer heights. So I love how this week is looking for us. Definitely leave a comment down below if this resonates with you. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you all so much. I'll check in with you over on Instagram throughout the week. Keep building your empire, and I will see you for Astro Insights on Thursday. Love you. Bye-bye.